public healthcare, but at the same time, there's a lot more upsides. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you don't have to wait a million years or you don't
Yeah,
have to pay $1 billion for something. Hey, what's up,
yeah,
everybody?
yeah. If you got to do that, it's cheaper to have them put out. Yes, yes. It's also cheaper to go over to shit. Where is it? It's not Thailand, but it's one of those countries because a friend of mine got it done, and their tourism runs on people going over and get cheaper surgeries. So I need to figure out which country it was. Oh, because yeah, it's like illegal there to have a bad practice. Hey, Lucia. I just saw your message. Sorry, I was yapping.
Yeah, there we go. We got everything. That should be everything.
Yapperoo.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Hi, Sunny. How you doing? How is it going? Hello, Bella. How are you? All right. So, what was I doing last
That's
time?
good. I didn't know that, Bella.
Right. I was getting my ass handed to me by trolls again.
All right. I need to jump in.
Seriously, that sounds horrific. Jeez. God, teeth are stupid.
The most stupid thing about teeth is how we have like what 5 years with our baby teeth, and then our next ones are supposed to last an extra 80 years.
Right? I wish we were just like sharks. Hey, what's
Or
up,
at least
Sonny?
we had
Not much.
at least a third pair. Like at least give us a third pair, you know?
Yeah, you know, like all that gene stuff that they're doing with CRISPR. Like, why can't they just like alter whatever gene controls teeth, and just be like, you now have the ability to regrow tons of teeth, just like a shark?
Because the what's it called? Our dietary needs. We don't know enough about it yet to know how badly that'll be interrupted.
Well, I mean, I know the reason, but like, it's because when you're in utero and you're like developing, there's this little nodule. I can't remember what it's called, but that's what controls like your teeth growth and whatever, and that's all you get for the rest of your life. And that thing also, like, depending on certain other factors, determines your freaking like positioning of them and all that stuff. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
I can't remember the password. Hold up.
Because they don't know. Yeah.
The issue is, guys, is that I have a lot of self-control now, which is good, but I fucking love drugs.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It's what was it? South Korea? A South Korea scientist. It's like a membrane or something that they put over your missing teeth, and that thing just grows back, like just pops out. Hey, what's up, Merlin? How you doing?
So, I just spawned. I forgot that when I got out of here, there was a troll right next to me.
Yeah, and last time when I left, I was dead, so I just woke up naked, and I'm like, what happened?
And afraid.
Mostly just afraid. You thought I wasn't gonna be live? I told you I was gonna be live. I said yesterday, I was like, I'm gonna be live.
So Bella, yes, you are right.
Hello, hi, welcome.
It doesn't change the facts.
Yes, I did. You weren't listening. I said yesterday, I said I'll be streaming tomorrow.
Don't worry, I don't listen either. It's fine.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell people don't listen to me.
No, it's not just you. I just didn't care about listening. I had a my old boss called me up the other day. There, I saw him at the pools, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Nothing." He's like, "You working?" I was like, "Nah." He's like, "I'll call you tomorrow."
Uh-oh.
So I went in and saw him today, and he's got a job for me, but I'd have to start on night shift again.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty rad, though.
It's like $28 now starting.
Hey, what's up, Simia?
Hey, Crafty!
Yo,
How you doing?
Un poco. Yo hablo poquito español.
How you doing, my friend? Hey, Bella, do you have this game also? Because you can join us whenever you want. I watched the bit she doesn't, and she's going to tell me off for making her buy another game.
She's like that guy, that big Tug video. Like, just buy this game. Come on, buy this game. We're gonna play it forever.
We have to jump back on Nemesis soon.
Yes.
Because I'm missing that game too. Oh yeah, we do still have boars in
Yeah,
here.
no, that game is a ton of fun.
Oh, it's so good.
Hey Yuki, how's it going? Thank you for the heart me, appreciate ya. Yeah,
I have not defeated the Kraken yet, and Crafty, I really appreciate you being here.
No Krakens. Hi Crafty. Have a good night.
No Krakens yet. Haven't we only... We've only defeated the... Oh, no.
We've only defeated the deer. You're good. Good to hear, good to hear. I'm glad to hear that, Yuki.
Yeah, we've only defeated the deer, even though we're in Bronze Age now and really should have done the Elder as well.
Greg loves me. Alright, well then are you going to follow me back home if you love me so much? Come on. Come on, Greg.
Oh, I thought... I don't know what the hell I thought was happening then, but...
How you been, Dicey? And how have you been, Crafty? Maybe let's not walk through the water if I'm cold.
Dicey Vim wants you to hydrate.
Did you read the messages about my mum yesterday?
Who, me?
Yeah.
A little bit of it. Is she doing all right?
Yeah, she, her blood pressure freaking skyrocketed, and it, made her heart go all, like, well, I can't pronounce it, I can only spell it. It's like tachycardia.
Oh,
Yeah, so she thought she was having a heart attack.
Yikes.
But it was just beating excess. And then every time, and then she kept giving herself panic attacks every time she looked at the screen and saw that it was raised. So I ended up turning off the screen.
Yikes. Yeah, no, that's rough. But I'm glad she's doing all right. All right, I'm gonna sleep. And I hydrated for you, Dicey. Hello, kitty.
Well, now you're just
Happy
giving
birthday.
me false hope, Dicey. I can't believe you do this.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, no, she's doing fine now. She's too young to really be in too much issue, which I know sounds weird considering I'm old, but she's only 14-ish years older than me.
Dude, you're only a year older than me. Don't call yourself old.
Dude, I feel it in my bones.
You're gonna make me have to come to terms with my age, and I don't want that.
That's what I do, though. I call myself old so that all the people that are either slightly older than me or nearly my age are like, you can't do that. How young are you, Dicey? Hey, when I worked in bars, right? The ladies used to be like, you can't ask us how old we are, right? So I used to ask
Bullshit.
them how young they were, and they couldn't do anything about it.
Hey, what's up, Farah? How you doing? I'm sorry to hear that, Crafty. I hope everything's going all right. I hope you.
Oh, Crafty. I'm glad things are looking positive, though. Yeah, but god damn. All of us are here for you, Crafty, if you need us. Don't even hesitate. Just be like, I need you, bitch.
I am what is known as a. How do you say it? Kimono Mimi?
We don't use the F word either around here, alright?
Exactly.
You're more than welcome, Crafty.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I am not one.
I'm gonna get you in trouble.
The second I mention it, then they got people coming
Yeah,
out of
I know.
work asking me, and it's like, no. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
It's honestly, it's half the reason that I do it.
You're just trying to get people to come out and start asking me.
Yeah.
Waka, are you a furry? No.
No, I just shaved.
What in the fuck knuckles is this?
Hello, 05-3. Would I like to ask you a question? Why are you on break and not on patrol?
I was gonna try to make a little quip then, but it didn't make sense.
I do not have Instagram. I tried making an Instagram, but I got immediately banned. Like instantly, the second I posted something, I got banned. And they won't tell me why. They will not release my account. So I said, fuck Instagram, I'm not gonna go there.
Whenever you feel like watching us, Crafty, just you come along. If you ever feel like playing anything with us, let us know too.
For sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Is what a redeem. Oh, are you talking about
But
the
all the-
blurp? Yeah, it's my blurps.
You can play with us anytime, but all these other savages, they can stay away.
What are you having for lunch, 05-3? I
Oh,
hope that
did
it
I
is
get a
approved.
redeem? Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Dicey redeemed a hydrate like 20 years ago, and I didn't even see it.
Oh yeah, I did my hydrate, but now I don't have any more water. Hey, what's up, Shadow? How you doing? Back to the mines.
I only have an original Switch, and I don't know if it still works
I
because
need
my
food.
son peed on it.
Yeah, that sounds like kids, alright. The infinite pizza box. Hell yeah. I love some infinite pizza. I have a Switch, a working Switch, and I think for the longest time, a lot of us have been trying to get together to do like Mario Kart or Smash Brothers or Mario Party or whatever.
I know Crafty. He literally put it down on the ground because he was playing with it. There was nothing else anywhere, and then he just peed. And I was like, "The fuck are you doing, man?"
Ah, children.
I dried it off and put it in the hot water cupboard for I think like 7 months because I forgot it was in there.
Now tell me, 05-3, is this infinite pizza box, is it the same flavor or is it whatever flavor you want? Because I kind of feel like infinite pizza is good, but if it's just pepperoni, I'd lose my mind. Hello, Antonella. How's it going? Sorry, I couldn't read your name because the chat went by.
That's a
Aki.
dope name.
Hello for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Oh my god. My words. Thank you for the follow, Brody. Hello. Hello, Aki. Thank you for chucking that right at my head.
So my second born
Shut up,
is
Aki.
like
Don't make fun of me.
he's autistic as, My third born is an animal. That kid. And my firstborn is she's a little girl. Well, not that little anymore, but
How you been, Aki? Working hard or hardly working?
man, we need bigger chests in this game.
Oh yeah, we just have the one, huh?
As far as I'm aware.
Don't we get a bigger one once we unlock iron, though?
Oh man, we gotta.
Or am I hallucinating?
Look at this. Yeah, I wonder if I can.
You're bored, so you decided I'm gonna go terrorize Slacker.
So, funny story. One's harder than two, and it doesn't get any harder after that. I'm not even joking, because when you have one, they want to play with you all the time.
I'm just kidding, Aki. I appreciate it.
When you have two, they play with each other, and yeah.
Well, also, like, I've noticed, and this is nothing against, like, only children. This is just something that I've observed from people that I know that are only childs. Like, only kids can sometimes be weird. It's like you should probably have, like, a sibling to correct their behavior or whatever. And like I said, if you are an only child out there and you're normal, then I'm not talking about you.
But you probably, if you're an only child, you're probably not.
What's up, SKZ? How you doing? Aw, me too, Waki. I'm always happy when you come by.
I can try to find ways to put a mute beaver button on a stream deck.
Not even. Because if I needed that, I would have found out how to do that a long time ago. It's called just mute Discord.
Oh. Dude, how do I get there you go.
You're not normal? That's okay.
I told you.
Nobody is normal. I'm not normal.
I was far from normal.
I was the oldest of three, so I was the one that terrorized everybody, so I'm not normal.
I wonder.
And one still joined the server. This is a private, like, invite instance. But one day, I mean, if there is a demand, like if people want to play Valheim, then yeah, I could definitely start up a community game.
Does anyone want to play Villain?
Huh?
Nothing.
Imagine being normal. Okay, I cannot. Bye, SKZ.
Hey, catch you later, Crafty. Look after yourself, eh?
Bye, Crafty.
Great to see you. I made double dick kiss.
Christmas, your gifts are easy. You want petrified wood?
It sounds scary.
Where the hell do I get that from? Where's the petrified wood store? Can I get that off Amazon?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, so I was experimenting today with Foxy. I found a way to make two LLMs talk to each other, but things kind of went off the deep end, and I made him hallucinate so badly that he just like started like talking about conspiracy theories and stuff, and I'm like, all right, I gotta nix this real quickly. Like, nah, we ain't going down that rabbit hole.
But what if you didn't nix it?
Then
And just let it carry on.
Then he'd start talking about conspiracy theories, and I would probably get banned off Twitch. Because who knows what the hell he would say. Because it's not a censored model either, the one that I'm using. And I have to do that, by the way. And also, thank you for all the roses, Aki. I appreciate you. I have to use the uncensored model, by the way, because if I have two censored LLMs talking to each other, it's just a non-stop loop of, as an AI, I can't answer that question back and forth. So it's like, okay, this sucks. Hey, what's up, Keith? How you doing? Rock stores, or you can buy it on Marketplace. You know, I think I'd rather just go find like some hippie who lives out in like the forest and ask them for petrified wood, because they probably know the best places to find it.
Right.
Hello. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed a hello. I'm sorry. Lyle? Don't know how to say your name.
Oh,
Sorry, but hi.
You can't miss Lyle's hello.
What's up, Zermph? No, I know. I'm bad at missing. It's an outhouse. It's the outhouse. Stupid deer.
You're in an outhouse, Shadow?
I just ran past one. What's up, Daniel? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. You love the storm? Me too. I love stormy ambiance.
Stormy ambiance.
Stormy ambiance. The fun pair of words to say back to back. Or if you try to say like stormy yummy ambiance. Stormy yummy ambiance. Just sounds like you're singing the thing over and
Sounds
over.
like the sequel band to what was that one that sung the Teen Titans songs? The old Yummy Yumi.
Oh, Hi Puffy Amy Yumi.
Yeah. Sounds like their sequel band.
Yeah, that was man, I miss old Teen Titans.
Yes, the old one is amazing.
Sorry, Aki. How can I make your day at work better? My favorite anime? Right now, it's still Frieren, but I need to watch some Chainsaw Man because
I might have to go Villain Saga.
Villain? Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
Beaver says Vinland Saga. But yeah, I need to watch some Chainsaw Man because there's an anime convention coming up in like 3 months. And I always feel like such a freaking poser when I go there and everybody's like talking about anime and I'm like, yeah, Demon Slayer. Woo! And they're like talking about the latest animes. Your brother won't let you see Chainsaw Man? Why? Is it too violent? Too gory?
Gregory.
Or does he not want you to see Reze? He's like, nope, you cannot fix her. I'm the nerd of anime. Do you know how much anime I'd have to watch to do that? There's like years of anime that I'm missing out on.
A lot of anime.
What? Who did that, Aki? You point them out to me. I'm gonna go and I'll go kick their ass.
Uh-oh. I'm just gonna mute a chat. Hold up. My one of those group chats is going off. You know, the one with all your dark humor friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
The ones that wildly inappropriately start talking right when you're at like a family function or something. Oh.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Solar? How you doing? Group of guys? Really? And you just let them get away with that? Yeah, you got double teamed.
I didn't know that was behind me.
Yeah, I'm trying to get away, but it's my stamina's not cooperating.
Have you eaten?
I got hungry as soon as I got here.
Unlucky.
But yeah, you point them out to me, Aki.
Gonna run.
All right, Solar, you have a fun day then, okay? Have a good day or night. Well, if you saw Demon Slayer when you were that young, then I don't see why Chainsaw Man would be any different.
Chainsaw Man's a very different tone. Like, yeah.
God, I got the whole freaking gang after me.
Yeah, like, I don't know how much you know about Chainsaw Man already.
None. Zero. I only saw the movie.
You know who Makima is, though?
Maybe. Hey, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it.
Yeah. She's not a good guy.
Well, the movie made me dislike her.
No, everyone should dislike her.
You saw Iron Lung? Oh, is it good? Okay, I've been debating whether or not I want to see that. But I've been hearing good things about it. What were you cosplaying at that one convention, Aki? Shoot, that reminds me. I still need to show you my Miku shelf. Are they still following? Okay, it's just the dwarves now. Your favorite animal is foxes? Mine too.
Oh, right.
Why do I look animated? Because technically I am animated? What do you mean by that? Yuna from Final Fantasy. So they were like, they saw you being Yuna, and they were like, that's the best cosplay I've ever seen in my life. That makes me feel insecure. What happened?
No, you'd be so proud of me just then. I was gonna, when you that animated thing came out, my mouth almost said something and I stopped it.
Good job, Eber.
It happen often. And there is a troll.
Did it follow me here?
Hey, chat.
Oh, wait,
Your mum
no.
is chasing me.
Yeah, my favorite animal is foxes too, Daniel. Wow.
Did you just get what I said?
No, sorry, what'd you say? I didn't hear you.
Consider a sub
No,
or
I
using
said,
your
I
Twitch
said, oh shit,
Prime.
there's the troll. And I said, chat, your mum is following me.
Oh my goodness, you guys gonna let him get away with that?
I hope not.
Yeah, they thought you were the exact character, Aki, when they saw that. They were like, that's the best cosplay I've ever seen. That makes me so insecure. I need to vent my frustration somehow. And that's why they were a jerk. Okay.
It's just, what happened is just me being an ass.
Just Beaver being Beaver.
Yeah.
I am curious what kind of question that is. Why do you look animated? I mean, is that a compliment? Like, my VTuber looks so good that I look like an animation? Or is it so terrible that I look like a cartoon? I need to know what your thought process is. Huh?
Do they not have their glasses on?
Don't know. But I need to know, because the curiosity is going to kill me.
A beast, man.
You don't see it? So I mean, that's what I want to know. In your opinion, then, Merlin, what does that mean? What does animated mean? Like, is it a bad thing? Because I would say, like, if I think of an animated VTuber, I think of like Saba, like how good her model is. Her model is very well animated. But the question looked very strange. That's why I'm curious. Replicating an anime? Oh. I mean, if I ever saw my character in an anime, like if it's an old one, then I'd be like, oh, well, I've never seen this anime before, so don't like get on my case. Or if it's a brand new one, I'm gonna have to go track them down and be like, royalties, please.
I just killed the nest.
Thank God. You freaking spawn all the time. I'm trying to mine and there's like 80 of them. Okay, there's the bear again. Just stay there, okay, bear? At least it's not AI. Very true. Like, people who were using, this one, what would you call it? Template VTuber model, I guess. That's the only thing I can describe it as. But, like, it was this one female VTuber model that you could customize, and people would constantly come into my stream asking me if I use it, and I'm like, do I look like I use that? One, that's a 2D model, and two, I'm male.
Yeah.
Was the bear coming after you?
Always.
Oh, I see ya.
Oh, you're real close to me.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing some tin. You want to take on the bear, or are we gonna try to ignore it?
I mean, I don't see much point in it. We kind of passed the bear stuff.
Which is funny because like it's still tough even with the stuff we have. So it's like, what is the threshold? Like, what point are you supposed to be able to take on a bear and use its stuff? You love my hair? Oh, thank you. Speaking of character's hair, I downloaded a thanks to my friend Skivvy, I downloaded a program called what's it, Emote Studio or something like that, and I was checking it out, and I did my best to make a Slacker character on there, but I couldn't really get the hair down, and the ears are also really small. See, one of the key features of Slackers is big ears. What's that, Beaver?
There was just a building over here that I wanted to search.
Please stay there, Bear. Please stay there, Bear. Please stay there. Please stay there. No, you don't see me. You don't see me. I'd look bald without my ears. Yeah, same with Aki. And people keep redeeming to steal her ears. Take on a bear? No. We can't. It took us forever to kill one that one time. And then
band camp.
Yeah, exactly. Killed a bear one time at band camp. You see, the thing is I feel like, Merlin, that the more I watch Aki stream, once I start like saving up more points, I'm just gonna be always spending the points on reversing the ear stealing. It's so rude of people to steal a fox's ears. How could you do that?
Save up so that when you reverse it, I'm
No.
gonna instantly steal it again.
No, don't do that. Don't do it.
But I have to wait. I have to wait until she's super happy that you've done it. And then pow, right in the kisser.
I wonder if I should add a redeem to instead of taking something away from me, because it's a little bit more difficult with 3D VTubers, because all of our stuff is baked together, and whereas like in a 2D VTuber program, all of the parts are separated, so it's much easier to do things like stealing your hair and your ears and all that stuff. But I could potentially add stuff to my model. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Oh shit, I'm gonna die.
Don't do that. Where are you?
Fucking troll came out of nowhere. But like I could have a redeem where people can like add tails. And then we'll just see how ridiculous it would get with like 1,000,000 tails.
Dark mode. We're not allowed to do blackface on Twitch.
I don't think you want to see my dark mode. You won't like me when I'm angry. Nine-tailed fox? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Give it up for day 26. I think we can... I'm gonna delete these other deaths, because we're not going up there anymore.
We should take on. Oh, it's a Karen in the woods.
So the troll wanted to speak to my manager? Is that what you're saying?
The Viva La Dirt League skits make it the Karen from there.
Oh yeah, like last night I raided somebody playing Repo, and they had like 1,000,000 mods on theirs, and it was so funny. I was like, we need to do that. We need to like just download a ton of mods and see how messed up we can make it.
Hey, Rogue.
The trolls are Karens, but scary. Yeah. Yeah, and they also sneak up on you. Hey, what's up, Rogue?
So I followed a guy on TikTok, and he's got, what is it, for his The Sims, he's got like a 12 gigabyte mod folder.
Jesus. That's a lot of mods.
It's crazy, dude.
Just be forewarned.
1, 2, 3, oh my.
Yeah, I should have warned you. You're gonna get weird output today from Foxy, because I'm in the middle of trying to get his two brains to work. Basically, that's the best way I could put it. So you're gonna get weird output today. God, Skibby. You're gonna end up on a list talking like that. I'm doing all right, Rogue. How? Oh, okay, of course there's a bear. I'm doing all right, Rogue. How you doing?
Jesus. Hey, jump over the goddamn log. Getting chased by 50 million.
Angry father at a obstacle course. Is that what you're trying to be?
And the Vikings like, I can't jump over this log.
Even though you bet your ass they trained like that when they were alive. What is my weight at? Oh.
So they just took drugs and went to battle.
Right.
So, oh shit, that was... I should pay attention to my health. Yeah, basically the wood they used to make their shields out of was psychedelic. And that's why they used to chew on their shields before they went into battle.
Pickaxe broke. That's nice. Also, didn't they like consume some kind of drink that's what put them in their berserker rage? Oh, I found
Yeah, it
it.
was...
Come here, attack the nest. Come on, troll, attack the nest. There we go. No more gray dwarf nest. Haha. And now I gotta get back home without getting squished. You got your 30-day streak? Hell yeah. Way to go, Rogue. You know what's funny is this month... No, it's in May. Never mind. I thought this month was my affiliate anniversary. No, that's in May. And I was gonna say that's gonna put Rexy at 1 year because they're my most my oldest subscriber.
And two.
Rexy, everyone's best supporter.
Yeah, amazing.
You went to bed at 5 a.m. Why? Alright, peace out, Rogue.
Later, man.
That's gotta be like one of the worst feelings though, is going to bed that late. Because it's like on the weekend when I'm going to bed at like 2 or 3 in the morning, I'm like, whatever. I'm still gonna get like 7 hours of sleep. Oh, what's going on, game? You still there, Bieber?
Yep.
Is the game frozen for you?
Nope, but there's a little flashing thing up in the corner, so it might be soon.
Come on, Valheim. I really hope it saved.
Yeah, it
Hey,
just
welcome
saved.
back, Aki. It did just save? Okay, thank God. Alright. Is it going to recover or is it going to crash?
I mean, we're still talking. I think it's going to recover.
Well, we're on Discord.
But this is the second time it's happened.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
This is the first time it's happening for me, and it is stuck. Hope it's not throwing an error. I mean, it's just not responding.
Just throwing up gang signs.
Who you reppin', son? Okay. This is too long. Come on, game. Either shit or get off the pot. Let's go. Crash. If you're gonna crash, crash. Jesus.
There you go. It crashed.
Alright, I'll have it back up in like...
$314. Too many words.
That's all right, Skiv. Come over here and
Big
be a
boy.
New Zealand idiot.
Too many words. Yeah, see what I mean? You're gonna get weird stuff out of him. Too many words, mid-boring. He called you mid and boring. Damn.
Yo! So I was at a wedding on the other day, right? And we had like probably the best waitress ever. Just like she was driving hard out with us.
Mm-hmm.
And we were giving her shit. she's giving us shit. My best friend, his mum passed away like 10 or so years ago. And like we were all drunk and we were giving her shit, and then my best mate started giving her shit, and I was like, ask him how his mum's doing, rah, rah, rah. And then his fiance is like, she's like, I'm so sorry about these guys, and she turned around and was like, it's alright, I've got uncles like this. And I was like, you fucking bitch. And we were all cracking up. Straight up just called us old. It's not like America, but we have our fair share of idiots here too.
No, I am not, Blood. No, I am not. How are you doing?
Everywhere
You look so evil. What do you mean?
isn't the right word. There's not very many guns here.
You know what is my absolute favorite New Zealand word?
Sure.
Seven.
7.
Yeah. I like the way you guys say 7. Where's my auto thing? There we go. Probably need to recalibrate. If I'm looking down like that, I need to recalibrate. Box of wheat thins. Nah, they're called wheat thins. You can eat as many as you want. If they were called wheat thicks, then we need to worry. Oops.
Wheat fats.
Yeah. There we go. All right, we're back in the game. Are you?
That's because Hamish from Viva the Dirt League is like from 9 hours, a 9-hour drive from where I live.
Man, wheat thins make me so freaking thirsty though. They're like the driest thing. Like if you're hungry, wheat thins slap. But then when you are no longer hungry, like because you filled up on wheat thins, they're horrible.
What is a wheat thin?
A wheat biscuit. And they're these little square wheat biscuits.
Yeah, man. Viva the Dirt League is pretty fucking good. I've been watching them for years. Are you signed back in now or nah?
Yeah. Didn't you hear me?
We discussed this already, Slacker.
You guys hear this? Beaver's not listening to me. Oh yeah, I need to go repair the pickaxe. It did not save, by the way.
It said the same.
So my pickaxe was broken. Now it's not broken. You know what is also a great chip to have when you're really hungry? Are those baked lays, like the regular flavor baked lays. I don't know what it is about them, but when you're hungry, you can put away like 2 bags of those. Hey, what's up, Aaron? My number? Yeah, it's 7.
Lucky 7. Oh, it really didn't save. Jesus.
Yeah. All of that mining progress got nuked. Forgot to put my stuff away. Yeah, oh, that's cool. All of the freaking copper I mined is gone. What's my favorite state of matter? Plasma. What's your favorite state of matter? If you say gas, I'm banning you right now.
Hey, Star. Thank you for the raid, yo.
Yo, is that
What's
Star?
going on? Yeah.
Bro,
Star
Sotros.
Princess. Doesn't want to play with us anymore. Oh, her birthday's coming up.
When you say stuff like that, Merlin, you remind me of Beavis when he turns into Cornholio.
What are you doing? Yeah, yeah. It's not too far away. Couple of months.
Hey, what's up, Sharkbait?
Hoo-ha-ha. What up?
Hello, Star. Beavis. You don't... Oh, man. Yeah, you're probably too young for Beavis and Butthead. I am the great Cornholio. Need tipi for my uncle.
You have to figure out a way to let me send you something for the birthday stuff.
Yo, you're gonna be the big 3-0. Welcome to the club.
To the club.
You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. And that's as much as that song I'm gonna sing.
Yo, Wilbur just wandered in here like he owns the fucking place.
Oh my goodness, I did not know that. Okay. Here I am thinking I was ancient, but okay. Beevils? Beevils? No, Beavis.
What?
B-E-A-V-I-S.
Oh, Wilbur, can you fuck off?
Beavis and Butthead. There's a on YouTube you can
Is
watch.
Cam the baby of the group?
I believe so, yes. You can watch Beavis and Butthead Do America for free on YouTube right now. It's hilarious. I love that movie. How old are you, Shadows?
Where's on the rocks?
Actually, I think Rex is the baby. Didn't she
I was
just turn
thinking-
21?
I was thinking that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, then you are the youngest one here at the moment. But yeah, our friend Rex is definitely the youngest. I do not know.
That's Sam I am. I do not like your names.
Isn't he still in his 20s? Well, we can ask him when he hops onto Valheim with us.
Yeah, he's doing chores because he's a good son.
Nerd. Who does chores?
Cam's at least 30.
Why do they look like the fries at the bottom? Oh, you're talking about Beavis and Butthead? Yeah. They're goofy looking.
Goofy looking's an understatement.
But if you watch anything, you have to watch when Beavis turns into Cornholio. You threatening me? Oh, I forgot to eat. Damn it. No wonder my stamina's so low.
You asked what in the chat stuff?
I think how old Cam is.
You think you can just ask in the chat like that?
Their laughs are funnier than what they say. Yeah, that's the point.
See, I think mine did save. Because I've got stuff that I had... No. I think my character saved, but your will didn't.
Well, mine did not save because I didn't have any of the things that I did.
I have the things that I did, but my... like the things I built aren't there anymore.
Well, good thing we didn't do anything huge.
That's what she said.
Wow. First of all,
Yeah. I'm 12, so it's alright.
apparently you gotta be careful joking like that, by the way.
Why?
Because if you say that you're under the TOS age, they'll take it seriously. Now take
I
that with a grain of
say-
salt because that's happened to one person, and the jury is out whether or not that's actually what got them banned. But that was the last thing they said.
I didn't say I was under the terms of service age.
Yeah, because the TOS age for Twitch is 13 or is it 16?
Wait, you talking to me or
Yes, you.
or chat?
Yeah, I'm talking.
I
to
didn't
you.
even sit up. I
Yeah, you
never said
said-
I was under the age.
Yeah, you said I'm 12.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Okay.
Didn't I say? I said that's what she said.
Yeah, then you said I'm 12.
I don't remember saying that.
Yo, what's up, SSJ? How you doing? Yeah, it was either on Twitch or YouTube. Oh yeah, and the frickin' spawner is back. But somebody made a joke about them being 13 and their account got suspended.
It's not just my silly accent.
You could just blame it on that. I didn't say that. I said a word that sounds like that. I'm doing all right, SSJ. Thank you for asking.
You know what, Star? No one fucking asked you.
I don't think that's the age. I think that's the ADHD.
That's the ADHD mixed with the head injury.
Yeah, concussions and neurodivergency don't mix very well.
Who would have thought? I'm finally organizing our chests, by the way.
Tell me when you're done and I'll save. That way all your hard work doesn't go away.
Not again.
I remember seeing a clip of somebody who spent, I think, like 2 hours on Minecraft arranging, because they were on a modded server, and it's one of those modded servers where it's like heavy industrial, you know, they're like machines, nuclear reactors, yada yada, and like all of the chests have to be arranged in a certain way for like the factory things to like pull out the bits and the raw resources, yada yada. And they had just finished spending like 2 hours getting them all sorted, and as soon as they finished the last chest, their world crashed. And it was like, that's gotta hurt. You got new
I was
emotes?
just like, died.
Let's go. Those are cute.
What are they? Oh,
Little kitty cat. Hey, by the way, Star, my friend Skiv showed me not a website, a program on Steam. Sorry, brain hung up there for a second. A program on Steam called, it's like Emote Lab or something like that, where you can make your own emotes. If you're interested.
but like
Alright,
the
Merlin.
control crap.
Have a good night. Yeah, so, I mean, it's got a lot of, like, VTuber stuff on it, but you can, like, take the ears and stuff off if you want to make just, like, regular humans.
Who wants regular humans? Yeah.
Yeah, you're telling me. Ew, humans.
Ugh, humans.
Bunch of rotten, nasty little...
Humans.
Who needs them? You need some hamsters? Dee-ba-dee,
Fuck, who does?
dee-ba-doo-doo, dee-ba-dee-ba-doo.
Not the hamster dance song.
By the way, apparently that song gets you hella claimed on YouTube. That and the Crazy Frog song.
I despise
The crazy frog? Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's somebody who put the hamster dance song in one of their videos, and it got hella claimed.
That's so funny.
Oh, also Neon Cat. Neon Cat gets you claimed as well.
That one's weird. That one, because that one's not. It was like an internet craze. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's like, how do you copyright a meme? Unless it has like your face on it, and you can claim like, yeah, this is my likeness. Don't use it, please. But like a meme, once you put it out on the internet, man, that's it. It's like the Doge, you know, that you never saw Doge's owner being like, no, that's my dog, I'm going to claim it,
That's because some people are actually cool.
right? The hamster overlord. A hamster.
Hamder.
Hamper. I'm gonna get another drink before I eat and then head out, so I'll be right back, everybody. Hang tight.
Can't hang any other way. Is that too much, Star? Or you all just used to be now? Haha, Bella. That's so funny. Hanging loose. Like a wizard sleeve. Um... Or take the hint, Bella. You got censored. If this has a breakdown again, I'm gonna be so mad. JFC? Is that like KFC? I wonder if Clacker got booted. Let's just get in and have a look. Yeah, Slacker got disconnected as well. Oh no! What were you playing, Star?
Can you hear me? There we go.
Yeah,
What the hell, dude? I unmuted
you,
my mic and the game crashed.
yeah, I got booted like a little bit, like not maybe like 10 seconds ago.
Hold on. I'm gonna save, but I need to restart the game because the sound broke.
Yeah,
Oh, look at
isn't
that.
that the isn't that the Disney one we like raise a little homestead?
It couldn't handle my voice. Yeah, probably. I guess so. Like really
Bella's moaning all over my stream.
that back to normal? Yeah, that's back to normal. No, it's not back to normal. My mic took a shit. Hold on.
That stinks, dude.
Okay. Hello, Waterdo? No, hey, that's neat. That's cool. I love that.
What a do?
Okay, how about now? How about now? There we go.
One day we're gonna find out you're actually a girl when your voice thing crashes, and you're like, "Hey guys."
Uh, believe me, if I were, I would have been a female VTuber long ago.
Yeah, no, 100%.
That is definitely something I would take full advantage of. Audio. Start it up
Instead of being a
again.
female VTuber, you're just a male teabagger. Sorry. Fuck.
Okay. 7th time is the charm. Please, Valheim.
It's only Valheim. It's the only one who does. It'll play fine for us for hours sometimes,
Yep.
like or days even, and then all of a sudden it's like, nah, you can absolutely go fuck yourself.
It's like yesterday, Repo kept crashing my stream. And Repo's never done that. It's always been like such a little good cooperative game.
Pedro, Pedro, Pedro.
Hi. Hey, Bella. Oh, you're on my chat now? Hi. Okay, I'm back
Oh,
in.
fucking.
You may
She just
rejoin.
leaves, eh?
For the
She's so
glory of
finicky.
chaos!
Nah. Ooh. Is it to do with your new, what should I call it? Remember, like your new setup?
What do you mean?
Like, is it running more memory and maybe it's crashing it that way, or I have no idea.
I mean, the only thing that could potentially do that is the script running Foxy, because the LLM runs off of VRAM. So that's the only thing that could potentially be crashing it, because the encoder, the NVIDIA encoder NVENC is a little bitch, and it doesn't like when
Alright.
other things are using the driver.
I give up on fucking.
Sorry. Just tell me like every so often when to save, and I'll save. So that doesn't happen again.
I have nothing in my inventory, like apart from like my weapons and stuff. Now everything has been put in there, and it's gone.
Wait. Gone?
Gone. I had what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 chests put up there, all sorted out, and all the chests are gone, and the stuff isn't in my inventory.
Cool. Thanks, Valheim. That's amazing. Is there any way for me to like up the autosave? Doesn't look like it.
The chests that were already here still contain some of the stuff, but like the stuff in my inventory is done.
That's so fucking stupid. I'm sorry, dude.
It's all good. It's not your fault.
Louise.
We ended up with way more carrot seeds though.
All I've been trying to do tonight is just mine because we need more like metal.
Skill issue.
You're a skill
That guy
issue.
tried to do the metal.
Metal.
How?
That beaver. Oh, okay. Well, he
Oh,
can't
what
hear
did I
my
do?
redeems. She redeemed a skill issue, and she said that's at you.
Yours fucking skill issue, Bella. You should know.
Funny because that's exactly what I said.
Yeah. Alright, can we build like a garden or something?
Gun?
A garden.
Oh, garden. Sorry, like a syllable or two got dropped there, and all I heard was gun. I'm like, you're about 1,000+ years away from that, my friend.
Not with cheats and mods.
Can you imagine a Viking shooter, like a Viking first-person shooter?
If a Viking got a hold of a shotgun, it would be the happiest day of his fucking life.
Just imagine
Like-
you go back in time and you give just some random Viking like a freaking minigun, and you're like, "Have at it, bud."
It sounded American for a second.
Don't you know other countries have guns too? Go to
Yeah, like
go
we
to
have-
Norway and you'll see way more guns than here in America.
Yeah, like we have nail guns for building houses.
You did
Bro,
what
have
to your
you
gun?
seen- Have you seen those nail driving guns? They are meant to go through like metal poles, like galvanized metal poles.
Yeah, they have one in my in my company. The
Skill issue.
what the fuck is are they called? Maintenance. There we go. Jesus. The maintenance department has one, and apparently it's really expensive, so we only have one.
Yeah, they're real expensive. Stuff like that excites me though.
If you haven't been paying attention to our news then, Bella, because apparently they no longer yearn for the guns. They yearn to have the guns taken away. Now all of the liberals in our country are the ones yearning for the guns and trying to protect the Second Amendment. So it's like, what is going on in this fucking country, bro?
I just love that your president shit himself.
Right?
Like,
National
don't get me wrong,
embarrassment can't
we've all
even-
been we've all been there, but like not on live television.
Sure, I was there 33 years ago.
You never like, you know, had a few too many coffees one day and just, I gotta do a fart and whoops.
Nope, I don't gamble. I'm not a gambling man. Hey, what's up, Zombie Saint? Megubi got sick? Oh, I'm sorry, Megubi. Hope you feel better.
Megubi.
Everybody's getting sick lately. Gone mad and
Is she playing with your sounds now?
yeah. Mamma mia, Papa Pia, baby got the diarrhea. So, apparently, all the tin I mined is gone, but none of the tin that I collected is in the chest. Boy, vey. You haven't gotten sick? Well, good job. Then you have a strong immune system.
It's because we're already sick, cunts.
Sick as.
Sick as. Start speaking like an Australian. Fucking sick as, yeah.
Yeah, Bella's having fun with the sounds.
Some of my you should scroll down and get the other sounds from the other soundboard.
Oh yeah, down underneath in the channel like description, there's full screen channel things.
Oh, a level 1 ball.
Yeah, luckily I work out of an office, so I'm not around children anymore, so I do not get sick nearly as much as I did when I worked directly on the school.
Oh, doesn't it?
Doesn't work on mobile? Oh, sorry. Well, then maybe you should get off mobile, hmm? I'm just kidding. As soon
He's
as...
not.
Huh?
He's not kidding. He means it.
As soon as the Twitch allows me to be able to stream both mobile or vertical and horizontal, then all of my streams will have that feature. And then people can watch my streams on any device ever. Day 5 in total that you haven't been sick out of the last 8 weeks. Holy cow. Jeez Louise, Bella. You need some milk.
Bro, you beat me to that by a second. I had my lips like ready to say it. That is so funny.
I'm a bit of a brain cell parasite at the moment. I'm just stealing everybody's thoughts.
I mean everything I say, Bella, especially the mean stuff.
I can't be mean. I hate being mean.
You should probably catch that, though. I say that, but then someone's going to be mean to you on stream sometime, and I'm going to be like, "Oi, fuckers!"
Good.
No one makes fun. No one's allowed to make fun of these crackheads but me. No.
Nah, it's true. That's how it works around here. You're only allowed to talk shit about me if I like you.
100%. When we were at the wedding the other day, there's this guy that he thought he was being funny, but he was going around being like blah 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 this, like making fun of everyone. And then he did it to me, and I was like, I don't fucking know you. And he went, oh, but I was just, and I was like, I don't fucking know you.
It's the truth, though.
Yeah. Move. I probably should have eaten something before I did that.
Another troll? No.
Bella! You didn't be in my chat to say stuff like that.
Can't really grade the work. Can you, like, maybe not?
Your haunted nuts.
You know, I got called basic one time for saying that I like Gengar. But the problem is they rejected the first Pokemon that I said. Because I said that I liked Delphox. And they're like really?
That's the
Who likes that
start.
one?
That's the starter one, eh?
Well, yeah, it's the third evolved form of
Yeah.
Fennekin. I was like,
What's
yeah,
the
no, I
big
love
fox?
Delphox. You know, fox person. I love foxes. You know, I also love Vulpix and Ninetales. But then they're like, oh, no, pick another one. I'm like, alright, Gengar. That's basic. I'm like, motherfucker, what do you want then?
Gengar's a dead Clefairy.
Yeah, I like that. I like that theory too. How's that basic? I don't know. People are impossible to please.
No, people just want their answer to be correct, and then other people say answers they don't like. They're like, oh, no, I'm the one that's correct.
Like, what would he have said if I said I like Pikachu, huh? You gonna call me basic for liking the most popular Pokemon in existence?
How basic is it?
I have a 3D print of Gengar that a friend gave me. You know, it's not all like not completely wrong. Actually, Pikachu is electric, not basic. Okay. Get it right, Bella. Oh man, another troll?
Yeah, there's one around here somewhere that I've started to hack into, but I forgot to eat food and then it slammed me.
Giggity. Well, this one doesn't have a log, so I can actually get away from it.
It's gonna eat you and then you're gonna be the log.
Bye, Bella.
See you, Bella.
Thanks for
Say
being
hello
here.
to Ted for me.
Have you met Ted?
Getting chased by one of those stupid fucking things. Oh shit.
Okay, that's my cue to leave. Do 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 do.
It'd be fine if these stupid basic ass creatures didn't keep following me.
Good night to specifically everyone except Beaver.
No, I don't
Bella.
care what anyone says about you, Bella. You're a good person. Oh.
You know, I can fight the trolls no problem now, but it's these damn dwarves.
This one troll keeps trying to like loop his way around the trees, and I'm like, nah. And then I walk backwards, and he has to try to loop his way back around the other side.
They should give us the ability to make like traps or something. You can like lure a troll into a trap. Either get away from it or beat it up.
You don't know what you're missing, Bella.
What'd you get for being in my way?
Little neck guy needs to go away.
What are the necks supposed to be? Like, I've never heard of a creature named a neck.
Isn't Neko just another name for a lizard?
I don't know. Wait, did you say Neko?
Yeah.
No, that's Japanese for cat. Curses.
Oh, I just got fucking teabagged by this troll when it died. Okay. Troll's dead.
World has been saved.
Whose world?
Apparently not this one.
Right, I'm gonna build a bunch more. That's the worst English. A bunch more arrows, or try to, and then we're gonna go take on the elder.
Okay. Hey, Yuki. Thank you for the Go Popular. Appreciate you. Oh,
You
can I make-
key. Oh no! Did you just die?
No. I ran out of stamina. I was trying to put the wood in the wood chest.
It goes in the square hole.
That's right. It goes in the square hole. And where does the oval block go? That's right. It goes in the square hole.
Welcome back from the ad break.
I love like
If you
videos
hate
of those
ads,
smart babies
consider
and
a
like
sub
they
or
give them one of
using
those
your
toys and they
Twitch
just
Prime.
open it up and put them inside the big hole. Cracks me up, man.
Wasn't there a video of a baby that did that?
Yeah.
This is like they're like, oh, let's watch our child do this basic block puzzle, and this kid just rips open the top, drops the blocks in, and then it's like, holy shit, we got a genius on our hands.
You know what you've got is either a construction worker or an engineer in your hands.
There we go.
My 4-year-old wants to be a construction worker.
Not a bad gig. Well, I mean,
Nah,
I don't know for.
I'll be like, look at that digger, and he'll be like, it's an excavator, Dad.
And then you say excavator. I hardly know her, and then he goes, huh?
I hope he'd say that, but I don't know, that child might know what I'm talking about.
Or do what most kids do and just laugh to humor you. Hello, Togo. Welcome. How are you?
Oh, well, those are toast.
And we've also got that bear meat when we go fight the elder.
Hell yeah, I'm just looking at that.
Good, awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I'm happy to hear that you're doing good. Are you enjoying your Tuesday evening? I'm doing good as well. Thank you very much for asking. We are having fun playing Valheim.
Actually, don't worry about it. The seed was in the chest. I've only got 2 now instead of 3.
Ancient seed?
Yeah.
We get those from the caverns, right?
No, you get those from beating either brutes or taking out spawns.
Should we just go do that then?
Yes.
Okay, let's go kill some spawns. By the way, do you not want me to be eating that honey? I don't know what else it's for.
We have infinite honey, dude.
Okay. Alright, just making sure.
And mushrooms.
Okay, what do you mean? Oh, I'm putting it in the wrong slot. Oh, I put the charcoal in the wood box.
I'm just lazy.
That's okay, me too.
Wood and resin.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm ready when you are to go nest hunting.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
And feathers.
For arrows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go do some more deforestation then.
That's what we do.
The American way. Uh-huh. Who needs any damn trees? That's just commie propaganda.
Is it?
It must be. Hey, what's up, Tails? How you doing? Don't rage quit. What you talking about? When have I ever rage quit?
Probably a couple of times.
There was one game I did. I didn't rage quit. I was just like, I'm not playing this.
Were you angry?
No. I was frustrated, but I don't think that counts as rage quitting. That's just frustration quitting. That is, this game is BS and I no longer wish to partake in it. Oh yeah, take that, pig.
Take that, copper.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear it, Tails.
I didn't know I could do that.
What? Swing around? Oh yeah, did you just discover your... Hey, give me my spear back. You just discover your middle mouse button?
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just discovered my middle mouse button.
Well, good to know.
I
that
used to figure it would be throw like before, so I tried. And I hadn't needed to throw it yet.
I'm doing all right, Tails. Thank you for asking.
DuckTales.
You know, tired as usual, same as it ever was. Although what's nice
Same
is
as
I
it
have a sleep evaluation in April. I know I gotta wait 2 freaking months for it, but or more like 3 because we're still in beginning of February. But that ought to be fun. I'll finally know what the hell's wrong with me. And hopefully get some help in sleeping.
Hell yeah. Oh, what? Which way am I going?
I miss the good old days when I could get plenty of sleep. I wouldn't wake up feeling like my head is full of mud. You're gonna play something while you watch the stream? Alright, have fun, bud.
Gonna play Valheim.
You gonna play some Valheim?
Where's Cam?
I don't know. I better hurry up though. I don't have I don't have very long.
He hasn't like talked to us in the chat or anything, has he?
Not that I have seen. Nope, it's just Star chit-chatting about how old people are. That's it. Wait, I sure do love these bots. They keep trying to add me on, It's really freaking annoying because there's like these people who add me on, Discord. But the thing is that they're not people that are trying to, you know, meet me or whatever, like be friends. They're like, hey, download this game and give it a review. And it's a freaking virus thing, always. Or it's somebody who's like impersonating another big streamer, and they're like, oh, hey, I can help you get like a ton of views on your channel. And you go along with it because you don't know any better, and then it turns out it's like, oh, give me $700, and what I'll do is I'll get like 10,000 people directed towards your channel. And it's just like, that doesn't sound entirely legal.
It also doesn't sound worth it.
No. And like when I looked into it more, the people that they're impersonating are always these huge streamers, right? So you go to their channel and you see that their channel has like 10,000 plus viewers, and you're thinking like, oh, well, shoot, okay, if this person who's, you know, contacting me does have 10,000 viewers, then this obviously works, right? And then you come to find out like, they don't know they're being impersonated. That person's not real.
It went round the rock. I'm sorry. I was paying attention to what you were saying, and I wasn't paying attention to where I was going.
That's okay. We're heading for the Dark Forest, right?
Yeah.
This way. There's a nest that's like in here somewhere. Probably not exactly there, but I know the Dark Forest is over there. But it's just frustrating because, you know, it's like, obviously I'm trying to connect with people and grow my channel and all that other stuff, but it just seems like the only people that reach out like that are just bots.
Yeah.
So it's just like, come on, dude, leave me alone. I'm not gonna buy your scammy bullshit. You unfortunately stumbled upon somebody who is very well versed in the world of scams. So, bye-bye. Skedaddle. Go away.
I like to lead them on for a while.
I mean, it is fun, yeah, because you also waste their time.
Yes.
Have you ever seen the channel Kit Boga?
No. No.
He's a great watch if you like scam baiting. He's really funny. He's also a Twitch streamer, so you can watch him scam bait live.
I think it's better.
There
Yum.
we go.
I'm gonna get some.
Black Forest. Where was that
It won't be today.
water? Oh, excuse me.
That's not the guy that does like the whole Indian call center stuff, does he?
I mean, yeah, he does mess with those people too, but it's usually mostly just like anybody who contacts him be considered. Oh man, that's a lot of skeletons. Anybody who would be contacting him for nefarious reasons, he scam baits them. You are Sonic the Hedgehog on Outcome Memories. What is Outcome Memories? Oh my god, that's a lot of skeletons. It looks like the skeletons were having a war of some kind.
I just took out like 3 of them.
This reminds me of that old movie Jason and the Argonauts. With the little clay motion skeletons.
The only ones I remember are the Night of the Living Dead ones.
Oh yeah, those ones were sick.
The Army of Darkness. Hell yeah.
I used to work for a place that made and sold Hollywood grade or like movie grade, whatever you would call them. Oh shit, freaking bear. Masks, like Halloween masks. And they had one, I think it was from Night of the Living Dead, and it was like a skeleton zombie. It was so sick looking. And they had some kind of like special paint on it that made it look wet. So it looked like, you know, like a fresh zombie face. It was so freaking cool.
Hell yeah.
Killer versus Survivor game, but Sonic.exe. Ah, okay. That sounds pretty cool. Alright, Bear, you need to go away. Alright, there's a bunch of little bastards over there, so I think we're close to the spawner. You like creepypasta stuff, Tails? Well, I thought there'd be one around here. I mean, I did see one in this particular forest, but I didn't... guess it's not right here. Oh, I got one. I got an ancient seed.
Nice. That's probably for the birds.
Do we need, what, 2 more?
Do we only need 3? Because I've got 2. I lost my 3rd one.
I thought you needed 5.
Do we need 5?
I think so.
Let's go look for more.
You were in the last man standing. Is that a game mode or is that another game? Or are you talking about RuneScape? Oh, there it is. I see it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna destroy it.
Rip and tear until there is nothing left. Oh, what's wrong? Did we tear down your house? There we go. I got 2.
Oh, part of the forest. I can now make.
You were the last survivor alive. Oh. So is it kind of like Dead by Daylight?
I can't. I just don't like that game, eh? Like,
Yeah.
I understand the appeal of it.
What turns me off about it is like community. Like the game itself looks all right, but I've heard not very good things about the community. Like, you know, they can kind of be a little bit up their own asses, so to speak.
Yeah, that sounds like them.
Them. Oh wait, isn't the Elder in the snow?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. But yeah, like they have like 1,000,001 different reasons to whine about the way you play. You know, like for example, if you're brand new to the game and you're like playing as the killer and you're chasing somebody for like longer than 2 seconds, they will start flaming you in the freaking chat saying, "Hey, you're focusing on me. Stop focusing me." And you're like, "Brother, it's been 2 seconds. Chill out." And they just like rage quit after that.
We should play that game. But what we should do is we should only go after the same person in every single round.
Oh my god, that'd be so freaking funny. We just like start a series where you and I go into games like that and we just troll the shit out of people. Like we each take turns, get it like playing as the killer, and we just focus one person. You just start focusing people until you
Hey,
get
so
the
it's-
one person who cries about it.
So it's fair, we'll just roll a dice so that way we're not targeting someone specifically, it's just a dice roll.
Yeah. They're gonna get so pissed off. The two of you have been following me this whole game. You just say nothing.
Or just run around close to them making lots of noise.
Or like one of the things also that they hate is like if you, because like what you're supposed to do is as you're running away as a survivor is like you'll drop obstacles in front of the killer to get away, right? But
Yeah.
the killer has the ability to like I guess like lift them up or move them or get around them somehow, and they hate it when you use that feature, and they will cry about it, that you're not going around the trap, that you're actually sitting there taking the time to like lift up the trap and or obstacle and go after them. Or like if they go to the generator to start the generator up and you rush over, like you'll stop hunting a particular person and you rush over to the generator to start like, you know, attacking them to make them stop, they'll complain about that too. Like, oh, you stopped chasing that person just to come over, you keep doing that. And it's like, brother, that's how the game works. I'm supposed to stop you guys. You cannot sit
But
here
not-
and cry about it, that I'm not
But
letting you
not me
win.
specifically.
Yeah. Let me win.
Sorry, but no.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is when I hear people get like that, it triggers the petty side of me. And now it's like, now I'm specifically, like, I no longer want to win. I now just want to fuck with you. Like back in the Overwatch days, that used to happen to me all the time because I used to main Diva, and she's, if you don't know who that is, she's in a flying mech, and people would get so pissed off if you would just fly right at them while they're ulting, because you could like block their ult and stuff. And as soon as I got that one person who would complain about it, I'm like, well, guess what? I'm now only gonna do it to you. And it was so freaking funny. Some people are mad in your server. Yeah, if you're, are you trolling them too? It's also just like, dude, just get from out of your own ass, dude. Get your head out of your ass.
Just believe.
Or are you just too good at the game? Is that what you're saying?
Jeez. Too good at the game.
They're mad at the killer's abilities. Ah. Well, you tell them that's not my fault. I didn't make the game.
You call them whatever you want. Hey, I didn't say anything particular.
Oh, is that okay?
Where is it? Crafting. I need.
Hey, thanks for liking the live. Appreciate it. Oh, we're at 20k likes. Holy cow, I didn't even see that. Thank you. You survived Miku.exe? Wow. How do you survive Miku? You must be real strong.
Real strong.
My freaking pop filter was supposed to come today, but then I look and I see that it's the delivery date got pushed to the range between the 3rd and the 9th, and I hate when delivery companies do that. Like, give me the damn item I paid for.
I just wait stuff.
Wait, this is not. Oh, did you? Oh, it's already cooked. Okay.
Oh, I just lit myself on fire.
I guess I'll just hold on to this fish. Wait, can I eat this? This doesn't look like food.
What are you doing?
I have a perch in my inventory. Is the perch not cookable?
I don't know. But I just made a cauldron outside if you wanna.
Cauldron? Oh, for potions?
No, for bit of food.
Queen's jam.
Yeah, I'm making some
Oh,
of that now.
okay, okay. I'm gonna put the ancient seeds away. Where'd you store yours?
In my chest next to the fire, I think.
There we go. Oh, we have 4. Thought we had 5.
You're a thought.
Hey. Only on Fridays.
Oh, we've got something to look forward to for the end of the week. Um. Okay, I can't do that yet.
Oh yeah, what makes you say that, Tails?
Uh. I have boar meat. What am I missing? Oh, honey. Oh,
Yes, darling?
honey. As soon as I said it.
Yeah, you knew it was coming.
Doesn't take long.
You know, I think they need to change this to charcoal. Because it's called a charcoal kiln. A coal comes out. Like, that's not how that works. They know everything, how to kill everyone, and well, I mean, that just means they're good at the character. If they know all the techniques and everything, then that just means that they're good at the character. Can't be mad at that.
Hey, what else can we make with this fucking thing?
Alright, well, I'm gonna go to sleep because it is nighttime. Ah, my fire died. That does have to be like a really comfortable sleep, though. It's like freezing cold outside and you're sleeping next to a fire. That's gotta be great. Give it up for day 28.
Okay. Where am I? What am I doing?
Crap. I need to go get tin.
What? Yeah, because someone used it.
No, I kept losing it because of the stupid fucking game crashing. Like, I would get a bunch, and then the game would crash. And the game would, like, make the tin not be there anymore. It, like, despawns the nodes or whatever. And then when we come back in, the tin I mined is gone, and the node is gone.
That whole thing can't just be for that one. Surely not.
It can be, and don't ever call me Shirley.
Do the fuck I want. No, because I can only make boar jerky and Queen's jam.
You
On
wanna
the
go up to
cauldron?
the boar?
Jerky. Did I break my hammer or did I put it away? Thanks.
What? Okay, I know the freaking Black Forest is closer than this. What? Because there was a Black Forest near our house. Why do I suddenly have to go so far to find one?
Which way are you going?
Well, I was going south, but then I didn't find the Black Forest, and I was going east. I thought you said west.
Okay. Ten copper leather scrap.
Yeah, okay, I'm going the right way. Alright, we just head down this way, and there should be a Black Forest. Man, food does not last long, does it?
But the new stuff I made lasts longer.
The jam?
Yeah, the jam and the jerky.
Mmm, now that's a combo.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, that is very weird. So the description of the perch says a tasty white meat fish, but I cannot eat it and I cannot cook it. So
There's a way. I've done it before. There is a way to do it, and I can't fucking remember.
is it like a drying rack or something that we need?
Or maybe you need to prepare it first.
Okay, I saw that bear appear out of nowhere. What the hell? Grey dwarf versus a skeleton fight. I'm gonna let them do it. Leave them alone. Never correct your enemy when they're making a mistake.
Unless you really want to throw them off.
Well, then they don't trust you. They're like, "Are you? Wait, he's saying I made a mistake. That means I'm not making a mistake. Then, what if I did? And he's just saying that to try to throw me off." And then while they're thinking about that, you just stab them. Found another spawner. go.
Oh, damn.
That spawner is dead. And I got one more ancient seed out of it.
What's up, Wilbur?
I'm gonna save again. Now I gotta hunt for more damn tin.
Honey. Blueberry. Blueberry. Fuck, there's so many trolls.
Because we're on the internet. Another spawner down. All right. You're doing fantabulously.
I am in a underground burial site.
That's where you want the bodies to be.
Do you though?
Have you seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah.
that part where he got injured. I think he like shot or stabbed or something like that, and the doctor is like, he's suffering from internal bleeding.
Internal bleeding.
And
yeah.
he's like, that's good, right? That's where the blood's supposed to be.
I mean, yes, but no.
Yes, well, but actually no.
Yeah, the comedy of that show is fantastic.
Oh yes, and Andy Samberg. Can't imagine anybody else to be the one to deliver the humor in that show.
I just got ectoplasm.
Like, back in the day, my boss and I, we used to quote that show all the time.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah. The best one, or the one we quoted the most being the noise. Or
Nice.
the cool, no doubt.
or title of your sex tape.
Oh, couldn't do that one. We worked in around small children, so you know, not exactly a joke we can make.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I'm all full up on 10. Okay. Oh, now I know where to get more. Is it wetlands over there? I've never seen that. That's cool.
Amber. Don't know why this burial ground has so many. I found 10 of those cores in here.
And you said those don't respawn?
As far as I'm aware. Fucking beer.
Oh, there's an accent here in America. I think it's over in the Appalachian area where they say bar instead of bear.
So I'm old Yellowstone, eh?
It's funny. Oh no, not Yellowstone. Like over like in the Georgia,
No,
West
no, no.
Virginia.
They've got that dialect on Yellowstone.
Oh, oh, the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you can they confuse people. They're like, oh, I saw a bar over there. Oh no, that's okay. I'm not thirsty. No, you idiot! Not a bar, a bar.
What was I gonna say? I didn't realize how like long and connected that show is, man.
Oh, I've never seen it.
Well, it's like Doctor Who. It's been going on for like 50 years, but spanning over different like it's called different things, but it's all the same series.
Called Yellowstone?
No, it's not called Yellowstone, but the characters are in. So it's the same universe the whole way through.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Hello, troll. All right, let's do this. I mean, I also get dodge training out of this, so, you know, I'm okay with it.
I'm actually terrible at that.
The timing is really forgiving. But it's just all about the timing. Like, you can like right click as soon as they, oop, and I screwed up just as I say that. You almost dead, Grubs. There we go. Yeah, you can, as soon as they go to attack, you can just right click and then press spacebar when you see the animation happening. Rolls are the easiest to do the dodge training on. Up, I should save again. Hey, what's up, ZU? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hi, ZU. those lizards make a satisfying like
Explosion?
squish noise. Yeah.
And then
Then for the next stream, should we be focusing on preparing for the Elder?
yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. Does that mean we have to go for iron, or can we do it with bronze?
We should be able to do it with bronze. I mean, you should be able to technically do it before bronze, but
Okay. And then killing him will let us start making boats and stuff, right?
we could already make a boat.
Oh. That shows what I know.
I think it stops. I think it starts you being able to like craft portals and stuff. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Because I don't want to go to other islands without having portals anyway.
I mean, who does? Am I right? I don't remember what I'm collecting all of this damn bronze for anyways. Was there something I was making?
I have no idea.
Because we have all of our weapons.
Look at look at your fireplace.
Hey, let's go. What is that? Mead kettle.
I've got one thing of meat already that I made in the top chest above it.
What the hell? Why can't I open it? Okay, there we go. Mead base minor stat. Okay. Oh, I see. So we just mix these mead things together? Oh, it needs to be fermented. Ah. I
Yeah.
see.
Which I'm not 100% sure how to do.
I think we need a fermenting barrel. If I'm not mistaken, we should be able to do by now. We just gotta check the hammer menu. Let's see. Let's see. Furniture. No. Disc. Crafting. No. Meat kettle, charcoal kiln, smelter, anvil. No. Raft.
No.
Sharp stakes. Oh, hey, what the hell? Sharp stakes. Oh, that'll stop those little bastards from attacking our wall. Like I gotta go chop pine trees, though. Furniture. Uh-oh. No, we can't make it yet. Oh, that's a bummer.
It's probably like one of the different woods we don't have.
Yeah, that's true, because we don't even have a bronze axe yet, right?
That's what I was just looking at.
Because we got
Wood,
this tree
bronze,
over here that's just been sitting on the outskirts of our, I think it's an oak. It's just been sitting there on the outskirts of our settlement. Bronze axe. Okay, is this for chopping wood though?
Does it say anything on there?
It just says weight, durability, slash, stamina, block, block force, parry, adrenaline, knockback, stab, movement speed. Yeah, it does not say that it can or cannot chop wood. Let me see. If I go into here. Neither does the stone axe. Well, it does say a crude axe for tree felling, but this does not. It just says a bright and burnished blade curved like a smile. Don't know what kind of smiles you've been seeing. Let me take a peek at the... Okay, so yeah, bronze axe can chop birch and oak. And then there's no point in making the iron one because it can chop the exact same one. And after that, we need black metal axe because that can chop Yggdrasil shoots.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's no higher wood than Yggdrasil shoot. Okay.
Oh, I'd be surprised if there was. Considering Yggdrasil is the world tree.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we make this bronze axe, and we're pretty much good to go because then we can get oak. I don't know what Yggdrasil shoots make us. What do we learn from it? Small shoots can be broken with Mistlin's tier weapons such as Skull and Hot Tea.
Hot tea.
Hot Tea. It does not say what it can be used to create. Probably not worth our time then. At least not now. What do we need for an axe? We need...
Yeah, I'm getting there.
8 bronze. Oh, you're making one? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just at the moment I'm just making the bronze.
Okay, we now have 6 ancient seeds in storage.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, boy. coal up there? Okay, I'll get the rest of it.
Oh, not on purpose. I just needed to move over a lot of shit.
No, I mean, that's smart anyways. It's the only place it's needed is over here.
All right, here you go.
Hey, alright, let me see. I'm gonna go chop down this bitch. Oh, forgot to close the gate. Let Wilbur out.
What the fuck?
This can also chop birch. So we can see what we can get with birch logs as well. Oh my god, this thing takes a lot of hits. There we go. Acorns.
Oi?
Friggin' grayling. You would think for a creature made of wood that an axe would hurt it more.
Oh, flaming arrows.
Alright, there we go. We got fine wood bow. Oh, shoot, I didn't. That lasted like 2 seconds, dude. Well, there's a new bow if you want it.
Welcome back
Fucking
from
A.
the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Alright, let's see what we can make. Okay, so nothing here. Can make a tankard. Skull.
Guessing that's from me.
Fine wood bow. Okay, and is that it? Stag breaker. Wooden sword. Is that, you cannot be serious? That's all we got out of that?
That's
Okay,
pretty
so
cool.
wood dragon adornment. Okay, I think that's for our boat, right?
I could
Ooh.
imagine.
Got a whole shitload of stuff. So we got a ward. Emits a magic seal on the nearby surroundings which prevent other players from... Nope, don't need that. Because we're not in a PvP world. Cartography table. It does not tell me what it does.
Photography
Archery
is
chart.
matched.
Oh, I mean, I know what cartography is, but like, it doesn't tell me if it's like, you know, lets us make maps or whatever. Okay, portal. Okay, so what we need for a portal is 10 gray dwarf eyes and 2 circling cores, and then 20 fine wood. So we can now make portals.
There's 67 grey dwarf eyes in here.
Ooh, there's another improvement for the forge. The forge cooler. Oh, I found the fermenter. 5 bronze, 10 resin, 30 fine wood. And then another improvement for the workbench, the adzi. 10 fine wood, 3 bronze. Okay, so we need a lot of bronze. Okay. And that appears to be about it.
At the moment.
Yeah. So I think what I'll do is I'll go get a bunch more fine wood so that we can build the improvements. That'll probably be what I do for the rest of the stream, is looking for that. Alright, so all the wood, all of the fine wood, I'm putting in the chest next to my bed. So if you need it, you can just grab it.
Sorry, I just quickly need to check something.
Mm-hmm.
See if my GP has messaged me back.
Alright, only problem is that's the only damn oak tree I've seen thus far.
I've seen a bunch of trees about.
Have you seen oak trees? Well, maybe birch trees also drop fine wood, so let me go see.
That wood is fun.
It's fine. Okay, point taken. 3 types of meat do not give you a lot of stamina. They do give you a lot of HP, though.
Oh, I keep forgetting to drop stuff for you. Hold up. Where are you?
Don't worry about it. Okay, birch. You can just put it in the chest by my bed.
Whoops.
Yep, okay, so birch trees also drop fine wood, so oak, I'm assuming, is the more rarer variant. I can just go around chopping birch trees.
You know what I've always wished?
What's that?
You remember on that like old school movie with like where oh, what's his name? The guy from Back to the Future, the Professor Brown.
Oh, Christopher Lloyd, yep.
Yeah, plays that Martian, and he sleeps for like 27 seconds, and he's like, "Whoa, I must have been tired." I've always wished I could do that.
Right? I've also like, it's funny because I get strange like pushback on it whenever I say this, but like if there was a way to like, if you could like take a pill or something that would just eliminate your need for sleep, I would take that. But then there's people that are like, oh, but I love sleep. Yeah, me too. But just imagine having.
So actually, no. I prefer lying in bed than I do sleep.
The act of just resting.
Yeah. Which you could still do if you didn't need to sleep. Like, nothing's stopping you.
Yeah, like I for me, it's the fact that you could get an additional 8 hours to your day. Then it would probably get kind of lonely because then everybody else would be choosing sleep.
Well, no, they would need to sleep. They wouldn't be choosing it.
Well, I mean, if you had the choice, you know, it's like, oh, hey, we have this new, like, pill. You just pop this pill and you no longer need to sleep. And people have the choice, like, nah, I don't want to do it. Or, yeah, give me the pill. I would take the pill. Although, there'd probably be some, like, real fucked up side effects.
Yeah, it would be fucking death.
Just imagine the psychosis. It's like, yeah, I haven't slept in 47 days. And my new best friend is really funny. Like, what are you talking about? There's no one there.
Fuck yeah, just imagine that. I think I've said this before on stream, but I read a story at some point with this dude who had schizophrenia has trained his dog to greet people when they're in the house.
Uh-huh.
So if someone's there who can be like, go say hi, and if the dog doesn't go up to anyone or is fucking confused, he knows that it's not real.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Real smart, eh? Like, that's like, you know, I'm not suffering from this. It's you know, fucking I'm living it sort of shit.
I always wondered though, like how they train, because like I saw this video where this girl left home without her diabetes dog, and the dog started alerting, like it started going off, and they're like, oh, she's, you know, we need to like check in on her. And yeah, apparently her blood sugar was spiking. But it's like, one, you know, that's incredible. How the hell did the dog detect it even though he wasn't there? And two, how do you train that? You know, like how do you train a dog to like look at you and be like, oh, hey, your blood sugar's bad. Something's up with you.
It's probably more of a smell thing, to be honest.
Man, can you imagine if you had a nose sensitive enough?
Crazy, dude.
You walk around like a county fair and you're like, this place smells like shit.
But yeah, no, I don't know if I'd even like that, but yeah.
Man, shout out
Where
to
did we
dogs.
figure out we can get forward from?
Pine trees, and you can chop that with any axe. Those are in the dark forest. Well, these fine logs are kind of light.
Are they?
Oh, never mind. It's just wood in general is lighter. I'm so used to mining and only being able to carry like fucking 10 copper.
I'm gonna got like 4 painkillers left.
Oh. Hey, what's up, Tia? You're always joining when there's not much time left in the day. But what's up? How are you doing? Oh, knocking the whole forest down again.
Why not?
You just spoke up? No excuses. No excuses. I don't want to hear it.
Just tell him to shut up, dear.
You need to be here right when stream starts. I don't care if that's like 1 in the morning for you. I'm just kidding.
What a slave driver.
Hey, I gotta get those views somehow. And I'm so glad I'm not big enough to be like recorded and put on like live stream fails. People be like, oh, check out this asshole VTuber. He's telling people to go to his stream at 1 in the morning. I'm just kidding.
I'm not.
Ah, don't worry, Tia. I'm just messing with ya.
I'll,
Serious.
if out of some fucking godly miracle I end up ever making it big and streaming, I'm gonna be one of those people that gets recorded a lot and they're like, look at this fucking asshole.
I mean, you can't nearly be as bad as the people that keep ending up on live stream fails. Those people are... I don't know how they still have a platform. Let's just put it that way. A little kid pulled the fire alarm and you guys are... Ooh. Yeah, out in the minus 20 degree weather. I am so sorry. With no jackets. Yikes. But I mean, isn't that just like another average day in Finland? You're out in the minus 20 degree weather. Alright, I got a lot of fine wood. So we're now up to 123. Okay.
I'm getting chased by a troll.
Tell them you're gonna report him.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Yeah, just practice your dodges. Let's see, what do we need? So forge cooler, 25 fine wood, 10 copper. All right, I'm gonna use some of the copper to make a forge cooler. Oh, we do not have any copper. Okay. Wunderbar.
I should have some copper.
Nope, we only have tin and, we only have bronze and tin.
Looking.
Yeah, bronze and tin.
No, it's definitely somewhere. Look at the top chest.
Nope, just coal.
Wait, is it on me? I'm fighting like a bunch of shit, so I can't.
Your math exam went well? Hey, congratulations. Good job. I knew you could do it. Slacker is proud of you, Tia. I got nowhere to put these feathers. I'm just gonna choose
Just put them
here.
anywhere in my chests because I use them all the time.
There we go.
All the
Copper
time.
mining. But it's nighttime, so I do not want to go mining right now. Oh wait, hold on. Is there any copper in the forge at the moment? Nope.
No, it should all be tin.
There's nothing in there. Alright, I'm gonna lay down until you get back.
And then is that you?
What's up?
And then is that you, or is that just for resting?
Oh, just to reset the day. I mean, I got a few more minutes.
Sweet.
I want to at least get enough copper. I want to at least make that upgrade to the forge. That should take no time at all.
What am I gonna have for dinner tonight?
Tendies.
I don't have any there. I got nuggets, but I maybe have them for the kids.
The grocery store by me sometimes makes the tendies really good. Other times they're such trash. I can tell who makes them too, because I'm usually over there for lunch because I work from home on Fridays. And then over at the grocery store, the deli is only $5. So I go there and I get the 3-piece plus a bunch of fries for $5. But I can tell who makes them because there's this one person who makes them really well. And they're juicy and spicy, but then this other person who must like put them in the oven and then forget about them because they're dry as hell.
So there's a thing here, and it like from BP get like southern style chicken bites. They're just the best, bro. Like nothing beats them.
Yeah, man. Like when you're really, really freaking hungry, and then you get like some. I know this will sound weird to most people, but like when you have like a deli at your local gas station, and they'll make like anything chicken, anything with chicken, and it always slaps. When you're like really, really hungry, you go there and it's super cheap, and it is just amazing quality.
Gas stations here are not cheap. They're fucking expensive.
Alright, sorry about that. What was that?
I said gas stations here are like super expensive.
Like the food?
Yeah. Oh, everything in New Zealand is pretty expensive. Like
That's the only upside, well actually maybe like one of two upsides about car culture here in America, is that gas stations are the place that you go for like you're kind of rolling the dice on the food quality. So like you could go to your local gas station and either get like an amazing sandwich or burrito or like, chicken tendies, or they're just dog water and you get food poisoning.
It's the other thing that I think Americans struggle with when they come over here is that we don't have a bunch of variety. Like, you'll go from like, gas station to gas station or whatever, and it'll all just be the same shit.
Yeah.
And there's like, most people in my country, I swear, have never even tried a burrito.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, Taco Bell only came out like 5 years ago, yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, burritos were invented in America. I mean, I think it was another dish that got Americanized, but it was invented in America. And then Mexicans were basically, we're stealing that. That's ours now.
I mean, let's go
She's
for
like,
it.
all right, go off. Hey, what's up,
Welcome
Mac?
to the gaming couch, all 7 will Mac and Cheese viewers.
Return of
We're
the
so
man.
happy to have you.
What's up, Mac? How you doing, my friend? We are playing Valheim. What'd you walk into? Oh, yeah. That probably does sound bad if that's all you heard. No, we were talking about burritos.
Damn Mexicans. No, just kidding.
They were like, we are yoink. We're taking that. That's ours now. You gave it a Spanish name. That's now our food.
I mean,
Yeah,
that tracks though.
Yeah, because it's like before it was invented here, you didn't find them really down there. But now, you know, now they're down there because it's like, that's ours now. Like, all right, fair. See, that's how you avoid the cultural appropriation. You just let them take it back. Then you're like, okay, all right, you got it. That's on us.
Because I got lots of cultural appropriation jokes, but I probably shouldn't say them on stream, especially not on your stream.
It's like, more cultural appreciation. Hell yeah, that's what I say.
Do you know what the difference is? It's all about fucking intent.
Yeah,
It's all it is.
and you can tell too. You can freaking
Yeah.
tell. Like, I eat, like, whenever I go to the Cherry Blossom Festival over in Japantown, and you see like those freaking like white girls walking around in yukatas and stuff, and you're like, you look a little sus, like you learned about those from anime, because they're wearing it wrong for one.
So
Hey,
for me, it would depend on how other people, like how they dealt with it. Like if they looked around themselves and saw and said, "Shit, I'm wearing this wrong," and went up to someone who knew what they were doing and asked how they can correct it, that would be on point. But if they walk
Yeah,
around the
that's a learning
whole,
moment.
if they walk around the whole fucking festival like that, it's kind of like it's not the worst thing you can do, but it's not exactly helpful.
And then having the gall to tell actual Japanese people, like, oh, this is how you're supposed to wear it. And it's like, you sure that's who you want to try to, okay, well, whatever. Unk. They're misusing the word unk.
I got called a unk by some.
I knew it. I knew it didn't mean uncool.
No, it means. Well, it does mean uncle.
No, not uncle.
No.
Uncool. I thought it meant uncle, like when I saw people throwing that word around, because they'll pop
Yeah.
into my TikTok chat every once in a while and be like, "Yo, what's up, unk?" And I'm like, they obviously can tell I'm much older than them, so they're like, "I'm gonna call him uncle because he's got uncle vibes." It's like, all right, I'm cool with that. Now, when they start calling me grandpa, then we got a problem. Like, just because I witnessed 9/11 when you didn't even exist, doesn't mean I'm a grandpa.
I was at high school when that. No, intermediate when that happened.
Yeah, I was in, I was 11 years old, so elementary, yeah, like 5th grade, 4th grade. Like, you ain't got no right to call me grandpa. Yeah, did my shadow thing work? No, it didn't. I gotta fix that. I don't know what's wrong with that. What game were you playing, Mac?
So it worked with Star. So after that crash we had, everything stopped working again.
It's freaking streamer bot. Got a mind of its own. I like it better than Mix It Up for sure. But
Get to the program. Get to the program, streamer bot.
I'm gonna have to kick its butt out. TikTok is for babies. Babies that love to eat that American propaganda. Yum yum. Yum. I love me some psyops.
Like Mortal Kombat.
Who's named psyops in Mortal Kombat?
Is it Mortal Kombat? Maybe I got the wrong medium.
Oh, do you think I'm saying Cyclops? You mean X-Men?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know that.
Mortal Kombat. I know
No,
some.
no, don't worry. I'm talking about Cyrex.
Ah.
Yeah, don't worry. That was just me.
Me being dumb as usual. But
Yeah.
I know some Mortal Kombat because of that game that was on the PS2. The like weird RPG.
Was it called Mortal Kombat? No.
It's like Mortal Kombat Alliance or something like that. I can't remember. We played as Liu Kang and the other dude. I can't remember his name. But it was funny because I was back in high school. And me and my partner played that together all the time. And it was so freaking funny because that game is a glitch fest. Like there's this one fight, I forget who it's against, but the what you have to do is one person has to run over and grab like this rope, because he'll grab you, and then someone has to run over and like grab the rope or the chain or something like that and pull it to make him let go of you. But there was this bug where he'll grab one of the characters, the other character runs over to grab it, but it switches the characters. So it's like you're being grabbed, so you're sitting there like, okay, I'm gonna wait for my partner to run over, grab the thing, and try to free me. But then it switches it, and you're not ready, and you have like mere seconds to start hitting the QTE, and so you fail. we failed so many freaking times because of this bug. And then finally at the end, I think the final boss for that game is Goro. Who's the dude with the 4 arms?
Goro.
Goro? Okay. Yeah, or no. That he is a boss, but the final boss is what's his name? He's the guy who sets up the whole Mortal Kombat thing. The bad guy with the spiky helmet.
Langston.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. And so you're fighting him at the end, and it's so fucking cheap because like there's a bug where he runs over, like he does this like flying kick, but like he turns around in midair and hits the person behind him. So like you'll be running over to attack him while he's doing the flying kick, because you're like, cool, I'm gonna get some free hits in on this guy, and then he'll like immediately turns around like a heat-seeking missile and hits you, and he does like 90% of your health bar with that one kick. And it's just like, oh my god, this game is, and we never ended up beating it. I think we actually rage quit because we could not beat Shang Tsung because it was a broken fight. And it's like now I kind of feel like going back and playing that game again.
A lot of games from those developers back in the day,
ITF.
they had like really weird ways of beating stuff too. Like, a prime example was fucking Ninja Gaiden, like the original one.
That one.
Right, there'd be like you spend ages beating a boss, right? Because it saves when you got out of the boss room. Right, but you spend ages beating a boss, you would have died like 6 times. And then when you go to leave, unless you knew exactly, it spawns mines underneath the floor, right by the exit door. And then it blows you up, and you have to start the whole battle again.
My God,
And unless you knew that, like, yeah.
That's so freaking cheap, dude.
Ninja Gaiden was just a huge troll, and I love it so much.
It doesn't bother me, Tia. I don't care. I just pretend it does to get your goat, so don't worry.
It bothers him lots.
I'll tell them that. And then we had a PS2 back then, and it was a really, really old PS2, and you could tell, and it was one of the first gens, and it was dying because we would play San Andreas, and it would do this thing where we would be driving really fast, and the world would start unloading around us, and we would like fall through the ground. We would like teleport around and stuff, and then also while we would be driving around the city, pedestrians would spawn from the sky, and so it would be like raining people, and we're like, this freaking thing is so broken, but you know, it's like, it was fun to play.
That's so funny. Hell yeah.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't say it. Tia?
What shouldn't they say?
Nicknames for Slacker.
You say whatever you want.
There will be consequences.
I'll tell you something I learned from a very young age. Consequences make the world go round. Nothing more fun than a good consequence.
I thought that was money.
No.
Money, money, ain't it funny? Okay, so how much? I need 5 more copper.
Fire arrows, risen wood.
In the game? Wait, you're gonna come into this game? I'd like to see you try. You play this game, and you're gonna cry. You're gonna be like, what do I do in this game? I don't understand it. Help me, Slacky, help me.
Is that your nickname?
No,
Slacky.
that's the one I approve of.
Leather, cord, fine wood.
Oh, I forgot to fix my pickaxe. Son of a... See what you did, Tia? You distracted me.
Gaslighting motherfucker right here.
Hey, just call me Shell, because I'd be gaslighting all the time.
It's like a Meg situation, eh? God damn it, Meg. She hasn't done anything.
Damn it, Meg. Shut up, Meg.
Alright, let's go hunt a troll with this bow and see what's up.
You feel pretty, oh so pretty.
I feel pretty and witty and gay.
And I pity any girl who isn't me today. La 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 la. I feel charming, oh so charming. It's alarming how charming I feel. You ever seen the movie Anger Management with Adam Sandler?
Yes.
When he's singing that song on the bridge. Those people are
That-
like honking at him.
That's the most unhinged I've ever seen.
Jack
what's his
Nicholson?
name? Yeah,
Yeah.
like he was so good in that movie. And the funny thing is that's coming from someone who watched him play Two-Face.
And Jack, oh shit, what's his name in The Shining?
Old Where's Johnny?
John, yeah.
Where's Johnny?
Johnny?
No, Where's Johnny?
What? But
He
now
says,
don't you
"Where's Johnny?"
gaslight me.
No, I'm not. I thought it was Here's Johnny for years, but it's where he busts down the door and asks, "Where's Johnny?" You don't know whether to believe me or not, eh?
It's Here's Johnny.
It's Where's Johnny?
I'm looking it up. every source says Here's Johnny. Don't you freaking gaslight me. It might be 10 o'clock and my brain is running on like, you know, fumes here. But I can still look things up. Oh, I better save in 18 minutes. And now, see, now the game's just behaving. What the hell was going on earlier?
We had an audience.
You know what? That's true. Now that nobody's watching,
Yeah.
it's like, I'll behave now.
Gotta love it how there's no fucking trolls when I need them.
Same as it ever was. Well, hey, you should just follow me around. Every time I go freaking, ooh, got all nice and stormy. Every time I go hunting for copper, the trolls seem to find their way over to me.
I got a new bow and I'm trying to test it. I got a new bow and I'm trying to test it.
Now, don't get too testy.
Oh, you are testing.
We're making eggs. Are you gonna share?
What kind of eggs are you making?
Yeah, what kind of eggs are you making? What style? Cooked eggs. No shit. How are you cooking them?
Whoa.
And eggs. So, are you frying them or what? Are you trying to be cute with me? Because that's not gonna, that ain't gonna fly.
That's not gonna fry with us.
That ain't gonna fry. Your eggs might.
I found a troll. I took a heap of damage off him, but then I got cocky and he hit me.
And plus, yeah, I know you're. Listen. I know you're cooking the eggs. I'm asking, how are you cooking them? What is the style in which you are cooking them? Are you scrambling them? Are you frying them? Pues, no me escucha. Never mind. Since you want to just be all cute and shit and be a little smart aleck. I get enough of that from Beaver, damn it.
Yeah, damn it. Stop trying to take my job. Oh shit. My job's gonna be dying in a second. Hold up.
Now.
Oh, there's a brute fighting a skeleton. It's quite brutal.
You're the one that wrote the fish descriptions for Animal Crossing, I swear.
I hope so. Make some fucking money.
Okay, here we go. Now I can start cooking this copper. Oh shit, not enough coal.
My other streamer friend, old Smeller Keller, he'll be like playing 7 days to or something, and then he'll be smelting stuff, and I'll be like, oh, it's old Smelter Keller.
Yeah, you don't understand what I'm saying. Okay, are you scrambling your egg? Or are you frying it? You were either being intentionally obtuse or I'm not getting my point across.
Obtuse rubber moose, green moose, rubber juice.
Obtuse, rubber goose, green goose, guava juice.
Well, that
Large fries. No. Birthday cake, large fries, chocolate shake. You know what?
well, all I got Hitler sent to me from that group chat I was talking about that I paused before, but it's not paused anymore.
Uh-oh. It's a good thing that group chat doesn't pop up on your stream.
Yeah. The fuck? Holy shit! This is a troll cave.
I didn't think they were smart enough to make caves.
I went in there and there's just a fucking troll walking towards me.
I am not hiding my face. Thank you very much. I'm waiting for my copper to cook so that I can make this forge upgrade and then go to sleep. IRL. Oh yeah, says who? Who's gonna stop me? You?
Yeah, it's not gonna be me. I encourage bad behavior.
For what? For trying to sleep? Jeez, you run a tight ship. Well, you see, technically I'm already in the corner. You see in my stream.
I won't put baby in the corner.
No one puts baby in a corner. School starts in 4 minutes. You better start running.
We were at the hospital yesterday. My sister, the nurse was talking, and my sister's something about how it runs in the family, and I was like, motherfuccker, no one runs in our family. And fucking, yeah. Holy shit! Good thing that they didn't add textures in because I just went into the cave and I was underneath the troll.
Wait, what? There's no textures in the cave?
No, in the like
Oh,
underneath the troll.
oh.
You know what I mean.
Gotcha. An anatomically correct troll.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, cook faster.
I'm playing a game where I wait a little bit for the troll to turn around and I go in the cave and then I shoot it and I exit the cave.
That reminds me of an old, really old MMO that I used to play where it's like one of those ones where everything is way stronger than you until you figure out how to play the game. And I did something similar with grinding spiders where you'd shoot them and then you run outside and hide. I think it was like by a torch, and you wait for the spider to come out and then it gets stuck, and then you can just like keep wailing on it from there. and it would drop like nothing but experience. What? No, it's because you're doing the silly cook thing again.
You do.
You're asking if I want a cooked egg, and then you're saying that you're gonna put it in a pan and you're gonna cook it. So no. You tell me how you're gonna cook it, and then I'll respond to it. I know, you gotta tell me first. Okay, you gotta cook it over easy, sunny side up. If you know what that is, then you can make it. Oh, where's the hammer? Uh-oh, where's the hammer? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There it is. Okay, the bucket needs 10 oh, it's 10. I thought it was 25 copper. It's 10 copper and 25 fine wood. Boy, am I really stupid.
Doesn't sound like us. Oh,
Nah.
one got through. Look, one got through
What do you mean?
on Twitch.
A bot?
Look.
Oh, what the hell? Siri bot.
That's exciting stuff.
Nobody's ignoring you, Tia. Calm down. Okay, hold on. Hey, what's up, just a guy? Thank you for the follow. Welcome. We gotta check on this bot. Oh my god, it did get through. Siri bot, what are you doing? And that is in my chat, too.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is Siri bot not modded anymore? No, she's a mod. Sari, what are you doing?
She's gonna be like, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna freaking ban her from my chat.
Oh, you're a hard man, Slicker.
Yeah, you gotta do my bidding or else you're out.
What's my excuse then?
Okay,
I'm an
Tia.
ass.
Yeah, but we're used to you, so it's okay.
I don't know how that happened.
Okay, so this goes near the forge. Okay, where can I put it? Put it like right here? No, it wants to be next to the forge. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, it wants to be like right there. Okay. Forge is now level 3. I'm gonna save because okay, what can we now make? We can now make absolutely nothing. That was all for nothing.
We also may just not have the Oh, you fucker! Get out!
Hey,
Get
what's
out
up,
the cave.
Jenny? How's it going? It's all good. You can change your name all you want. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we also may not have the know that have picked up the stuff to make level 3 stuff yet.
Like iron. We probably need to go
Yeah.
mine some iron first. Alright, well, let's see, what other upgrades can I make? What do I need for the ADZ? 3 bronze. We do have 3 bronze. Are you saving the bronze for anything?
Not that I can remember.
Okay, I'm gonna take 3 of it. I'm gonna build the upgrade. The ADZ. How you been, Jenny? And it wants to be right here. I'll put it next to the chest. Bingo. Alright, workbench is now level 3. Bone tower shield.
Oh shit.
Sounds like that that band, Stone Tower Temple. Stone Temple Pilots. Oh, so stupid. I'm tired. Stone Temple Pilot. Bone Tower Shield. Okay. Well, there's nothing else I can do at the moment. So I think we gotta go either prepare for the Elder next time or go iron hunting. Maybe we can do some iron hunting. Alright. Are you doing anything at the moment?
Yeah, I'm trying to fight a troll.
Okay, I will allow you time. You're doing horrible right now? You broke the kitchen door with... Oh. How did you break a kitchen door with your bare hands? What were you doing? Are you just too strong?
I also broke the door in my cupboard. And, yeah.
You people gotta be more careful with your stuff.
No, that's when I first got on my testosterone
Oh.
shit, and I started getting angry, and then I remember like going out for a smoke, and I like slammed my. I was like super grumpy, and I was dumb shit too. I think I was putting together like a desk, and something wasn't fitting properly, and yeah.
You know what, to be fair, you don't need to be on anything for building furniture to piss you off. Like I remember when we first moved in to our apartment, I had to buy a queen size bed frame thing, and I had to buy it that day because, you know, we had nowhere to sleep. And I was putting the frame together, and it was like 2 in the morning, and I was exhausted, and the instructions were just not making any sense. And I just remember just being like, I am too tired to be angry at the moment, but I am infuriated. And then I woke up the next morning all sore and tired and angry. And I was like, it's okay, the bed's put together, I don't need to be angry anymore.
Have you? Oh, I was gonna say something that's gone now. I fucking had a look at my screen and it was like I saw "have an angry wank," but no. And fucking my entire. Oh, I found the emotes. Hit T.
E?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
look
you
at
gotta
that.
scroll. And then you gotta scroll around. There's like heaps of them.
Oh my god, look, it just keeps going. Flex. You know what? I'm so freaking lazy. I'm like, oh, Siri bot, ban the thing, and I'm like, I can do it. It's my freaking chat. I can just ban it. Where is it? Alright, you little bastard. Wait, why can't I? Never mind, I can't. I have to be in mod view, which I am not at the moment.
That's stupid.
Yeah, tell me about it. Okay. We'll just do emotes while we wait for Beaver to kill the troll.
Just try not to die, because if I die in the cave, I'll probably never find my body again.
You'll die in real life.
Yes.
Hope they have the Techno Viking dance.
We're under attack.
And I haven't thought about that going in years.
Welcome to
I know,
the
right?
Gaming Couch, all 9 Pocket of Time viewers. We're so happy to have you.
Oh my goodness, Pocket. Hi, Pocket and Pocket Raiders. What an opportune time for your raid. Because I'm winding down for the night. But hi, Pocket. How are you doing? Hi. How was your stream? I don't see... Let me give you a proper shout out. Let me see if it works. Because my auto shout out thing isn't working at the moment. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Heavy rain. Why is the shout out thing not working? It's so dumb. How was heavy rain? You know, I have Detroit Become Human just sitting in my Steam library at the moment. But I think at some point we can give that a play. Wait a minute, is that the Techno Viking thing? The challenge? No, it's not.
Welcome back from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Would be the last one.
Good. You finished it. Yo, you know what? I've never seen the ending to that game. Ever. I have no idea how Heavy Rain ends, and I've watched like a million playthroughs of it. But the reason why is because the only playthroughs I've ever watched of that game are like the like the funny troll ones where they're like just messing around doing nothing. And that's how like that joke about the, oh, hello pig. Hello roof pig. That's where the joke about the Sean glitch comes from.
Yeah,
where they're
Sean's
just
out.
yeah, where they're just running around going Sean. Press Sean to Sean. TikTok bully. Who's bullying you?
Me.
But anyways, thank you for the raid, Pocket. If you gotta take off and take care of yourself, please do. Otherwise, thank you very much. Please enjoy yourself.
Take care of ourselves. We don't do that around here.
There we do. We do self-care here. I don't, because I'm terrible at that. But you know, everybody else can. I'm just a big giant hypocrite.
The old hypocrites.
Yeah, hypocrites.
Hey, it's Geed. What's up, man? We're just about to pack up and leave, I think.
Yo, what's up, Greeds? I mean,
I
how else?
appreciate you being here, though.
How else are hippos supposed to get to the zoo? Except in hippocrates.
Like the hippos version of assassins.
Or in if you ever play Assassin's Creed Origins, and then you mess with the freaking hippos, they're more vicious than the crocodiles.
Well, that
Remember
makes sense though.
Yeah. I mean, they are in real life. Hippos
Yeah.
are freaking dangerous. And what's really funny is, so like, at the freaking zoo, because we every year we go down to San Diego, and we go to the zoo, and people are always so surprised when they get too close to the hippos, because they have a tendency to, for lack of a better word, expel projectile.
Oh yeah, they shit everywhere.
Yeah. And it's like, no matter how far back they make like the viewing place, hippos are still able to get you. So they just put like a sign like, yo, don't stand here. And there's a lot of videos you can watch where people are just like standing there and the hippo's just like, gotcha. And that's why every time we go to the zoo, we walk by the hippos and it's like, I'm fine way back here. I can still see it. And then they also have like the giant glass viewing station where you can like stand literally next to it, but behind like 2 inches of glass. It's like, I'm fine right here. I can see it. I don't need to be, you know, over the viewing thing to see it. That's all right. Because I
You're
swear.
one of those guys that falls in, eh?
No, I would never recover from that happening to me. Like, if I were to get hit by that, it would just be, that'd be it. I would never recover. It would be embarrassment on top of every other negative feeling.
I don't really feel embarrassment.
Okay, Mr. Cool Guy.
I don't know if that's cool, or I think it might actually be the opposite of cool.
You got a touch of the tism?
Me?
Yeah.
I've got more than a touch of the tism, mate. I'm 2 meters away from a train store. And I'm not even lying, like, in my basement. So, like, it's technically my basement, but it's also, there's like a downward slope behind my house that leads to like the garage. There's a model train store.
So you're just right you just live right next to your dealer then.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like that one, there's this hilarious story where there's like this neighborhood and there's this old guy who lives there, and they found out he was like 80 something, and they found out that he had autism, and everybody's like, oh no, who could have seen this coming, blah blah blah, as if it's like, you know, the worst thing in the world or whatever. But and someone's like, really? Our neighbor who wrote to the freaking city council that the lights are too loud and has an exact replica of our downtown complete with like a train thing and everything, you didn't think he has autism?
Yeah, so the old guys downstairs, they're the main things with the trains. I always laugh when they don't do it, but like when people are like, oh, autism didn't exist back in our day, and then I just see a whole lot of like 60, 70 and 80-year-old men playing with model trains down in the basement of my house. Like,
It's like, okay, yeah, it
like,
definitely
yeah,
never
sure.
existed. Hey, what's up? How's it going? I'm not gonna say your name, but how you doing? I'm so glad Friendly Fire is not on. We should do like a Valheim like fight club. That'd be funny. Yo, does that shoot multiple arrows? Oh, careful, you're gonna burn the house down. It's radical.
Yeah, it does quite a lot of damage too.
All right then. Well, let me save.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
No, I'm just gonna poof. Alright, well, thanks for playing with me, man.
Always, man.
Tomorrow I'm gonna be playing Zelda, but we can definitely hop on Valheim again at some point.
Oh, probably should have said goodbye to people, but oh well.
Did you just end?
Yeah, I just fucking ended. My tooth's playing out, like it's starting to play up again, so I'm not thinking properly.
Ah, okay. Alright, yeah,
And
that makes sense.
I'm like, oh, we're ending now, and then just fucking hit the end button.
Everyone's in your stream just like, oh, okay, bye.
yeah. Oh, look at this motherfucker.
Oh, beaver.
Alright.
Alright then. Well, I'll catch you later, man. Hope your pain doesn't, mess with you too much.
Oh, I sent a message to my GP.
Okay.
He should see it tomorrow, so he'll give me some painkillers to get me through
Cool.
until I can get to a dentist.
Alright then, man. Well, you take care.
Ciao.
Alright. Well, bye. Alrighty, Rooney. Hangout Twitch. We're gonna say goodnight to TikTok, and then we will go ahead and raid out. The game is unbearably loud. I'm so sorry. Let me lower that a bit. Okay. Nobody's in TikTok. Alright, well, bye TikTok. Thank you for the likes and thank you for the followers. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And my cat is currently messing with stuff that she should not be messing with. Okay. Let's go raid. Raid. Shadow Legends. I'm already practicing how I'm gonna reject Raid Shadow Legends when they inevitably ask me for a sponsorship. I don't have anything yet, but... Yo, is this a carrot VTuber? That's funny. It doesn't look like they speak English though, so... you guys won't be able to enjoy that. Let's see, Bacon is streaming. We could probably go say hi to him. Yeah, let's go say hi to Bacon. Alright, guys and gals and all my other pals. We say goodnight. Alright. Sorry, I was stalling until I could get to OBS. Thank you everybody for being here. Appreciate all of you. You guys are fantabulous and I appreciate your support as usual. Sorry the game's playing double audio. I didn't see that. I will be back tomorrow with some Zelda. So look forward to that.